So hello everyone, here is a little video on perspective, and perspective, hopefully you'll agree, made really easy for sketchers like you and me. Perspective is one of those scary words that we might try and avoid and just feel like a lot of work, but actually could be really simple. If you've looked into perspective, you've probably seen something like this little construction of different angles and lines, which you can build a box around, you can build a scene around, you can do all sorts if you build up all of these constructional lines. But what are all of these bits? So we've got kind of this straight line down the middle, we've got another straight line going across, we've got some numbers, we've got 1 and 2. Well, we can break it all down and make it simple, make it practical, make it something which we don't have to think too hard about, but we can still use to make our scene feel real, feel like it's in perspective. So rule number 1, or thing to think about number 1, is the horizon line. And the horizon line is, in a flat scene, always at your eye level, at your viewing level, or the level you took the photo from. Now the horizon line is this line with a question mark on it. And because the horizon line is at your eye level, it's also at the eye level of everyone in your scene. So any people you draw, their head will be on or around that level. And also other features like doorways and ground floor windows will be around that level, because you know a doorway is slightly taller than a person, and that's the same sort of height that windows tend to be. So using that horizon line, you can already start to understand that there's one area where everything is a flat straight line, and you can build some important details in. Now rule 2, when we think about 1 or 2 point perspective, vertical lines are always vertical, and we'll discuss what the points are in a minute, but for now just remember, if you're talking about 1 or 2 point perspective, vertical lines are always vertical. This means that you can go out along these constructed lines and you can build all of those vertical lines in, whilst then using these sort of constructed lines, these lines of perspective, to build all your horizontal lines. And your horizontal lines aren't actually horizontal. So that's what we need to think about next. So what you'll find is if you put a ruler or a straight line against all the horizontal lines, so the rooftop, the sort of top of walls, the bottom of buildings, you'll find all of these horizontal lines will meet at a point or 2 points, and these are called vanishing points, and these vanishing points will be on your horizon line somewhere. So this is an example of 2 point perspective, because within our building, within our sketch, we've got horizontal lines which mark the top of windows, the bottom of windows, the bottom of the building, the top of the building, the roof line, all of these things we think of as horizontal. We've got lines which slope down and meet, they all meet at these vanishing points. We can use these constructional lines to build in even buildings which are sitting behind other buildings like this one here. So understanding how to build out these horizontal, these constructional lines really helps to get things feeling real and to put them in the right place within your image. So hopefully you'll agree that this kind of thinking is rather easy, and from building out this kind of constructed image, from understanding the verticals are straight, the horizontals are sloped and all sloping in the same direction, you can then build out a lovely sketch. And what you can do is bring in a bit of boldness now to bring out those key lines, those ones which are sort of not constructional but correct and accurate, and then you'll end up with a really lovely sketch. And you can leave those constructed lines in, and they're a lovely part of the process. They show your sketch and how it was produced. Or perhaps you could do them in pencil, and you could let the pencil lines either fade into the background amongst all the more heavy ink, or you could allow the pencil lines to be rubbed out and leave yourself with just a very neat and sort of just good and accurate sketch. So hopefully that is a nice little summary for you. They're just 3 things to initially think about. Get your horizon line. From your horizon line, think about the vanishing points and the vertical lines, and then build things out simply and easily. So if you enjoy my videos, please do like and subscribe, and have a think about clicking on one of these 2 videos next.